What's going on, guys? I am today going to be looking at the best officers for a light tank. Just going to say straight away, I don't have a light tank, but obviously having time on the battlefield and seeing all these different units with different officer pairings, I have a pretty good main battle tank like this, and someone had about the same power of a light tank and held up for a long time. It was, I was winning because my main battle tank does counter the lights, but it didn't counter it that hard just because this officer pair. It's made me rethink everything about tanks, really. It's also made it easier for free-to-play players to get a nice unit, because light tanks, you get the free blueprints. It might take a while to get one of the officers is kind of free to play. It might take a while to get the officer statues for the next units. It helps out in your base as well. It has a nice passive. Light tanks give you anti-air. It's really versatile, fast. But with this officer pair, it just makes everything better. So who will we talk about? So first of all, not on the lead. So our lead officer is going to be Steel Fighter. Our lead officer is going to be Steel Fighter, as I got rudely interrupted. So the first skill is going to be a shield. Your unit gets a shield as a officer skill, and reduces. It just reduces the damage you're taking, right? Because you're getting a shield, so it reduces the damage your units are taking because you get a shield. When it's maxed out, it reduces the damage received by the base from officer skills by 30%. So that's a nice 30% damage resist bonus onto your base. However, we're really just in it for this shield. This shield is huge. If you engage in a battle first, your officer skill will go off first. Not by a long margin, but just by like half a second or a second. Your skill's going to go off first. So this shield pops up and blocks the enemy officer skill, at least the first officer skill, maybe 50% of the second one, because it's that good. And we all know that officer skills do the most damage. Like compared to the unit, the officer skill will do a nice big chunk of burst damage. This shield negates it, and negates a lot of the second one, which is huge. Getting rid of an officer's damage skill is ginormous. That is why Steel Fighter, I think, is probably one of the best, or is the best officer on a tank, or at least on a light tank. I'll explain a tiny bit later as well. Second one increases damages of officer troop. This is really good because the light tank just blends into the first point. The light tank doesn't have that much firepower, so when you use officer skill, it's not going to do as much damage as, say, a super heavy or a main battle tank. So we're focusing on this fire speed. There's lots of light tanks in a troop, and they fire very quickly. So the more shots you get off, the more obviously damage this officer's troop. 15% more on every single shot that's coming out super fast. Beautiful. Third one, blast damage resist, is also very good because the light tanks are fairly not durable, right? So blast damage resistance is really nice. So you get hit by an artillery by accident, that stops it spreading out over your units and keeps them healthier. Very nice. The fourth one, increases the HP, so and gives damage resist. So making these light tanks tankier basically helps you make use of the fact that you have so many troops firing so fast, and that's basically what this combo allows you to do is stay in a battle and just pelt the enemy with bullets. Not officer skills, just bullets. Just get shells down the range. The more bullets you're firing, the better. The more units you keep alive, the better. So yes, it's a beautiful officer on a tank. Especially light tank that's killed easily. It makes it into a fortress with 1,000,000 machine guns. It's great. The upgraded version just helps you in your base. It's not really too good, but these all put together, it's brilliant. The second one is Sergeant Spanner. So obviously the shield helps negate damage. Sergeant Spanner is going to heal any damage you take after the shield, or say before the shield. You take damage before the shield, he will heal that up, and the tiny bit you take after the shield, which is super amazing because you're going to be so durable and your troops are going to be full HP and take so long to kill that you can keep firing your little light tank. It's great. So yes, when it goes off you get damage resist, which is really nice, and obviously the healing. Brilliant. It's actually brilliant. You have to have the steel fighter on your first. I get interrupted by him every time. But it's important to have the shield first rather than second, is because you're basically shielding yourself and healing while you're shielding. So healing the damage you've taken for free, basically, since you're shielding all damage while you're healing. And then repeat. We also want the shield to come off faster, so it's going to be first. More shields, more damage mitigated, and then the healing's just topping up your HP after the shield, basically. Second skill, damage to fortifications. This is the dud one. You're not really going to be hitting bases with your light tanks, so that one's, we've got one dud skill. And then we have another, increase the HP up by 30%. Again, make your light tanks so durable so they can get rounds out. And then healing on the field is also really nice, because light tanks, you often find yourself far away from the base that you need to heal in the field, right, out of combat. You need to just take a second, heal up, and then get back in. It's also important to point out, because you're so far away from your base usually, that you can't really afford to lose your units, right? So the tankier they are, the more you keep them in battle, if that makes sense. The less you have to train to restock your unit up, drive across the map, drive hundreds of kilometers to top up your unit. The less you have to do that, because your unit is so durable that you can just sit there and pelt people for however long. You can, if someone catches you out, no problem, you heal. If someone tries bombing you, no problem. Really, I find with my bomber, it's about 10 mil, that I can kill light tank, about a modern light tank, I can kill about half the unit in one run without these officers. But with these officers, I can maybe only kill three out of the whole unit. It's ridiculous. So get these officers on your light tanks and try them out. It also ties in well with the tank tree, because let's have a look. God, it's so slow on the computer. Right, yes, advanced combat tank. Obviously you get tank HP, which is really nice. The officers help with that, help both sides of that. Then we see down here we get load time reduction, so your tanks shoot even faster, more of a reason to get HP on a light tank. pen damage, your light tanks aren't really penning anything, apart from helicopters maybe. Firing accuracy is nice. Not the speed, but here we get HP again, I believe. Yeah, so we've got 2 nodes worth of HP, which just makes these officer skills more beneficial as well, because you're getting more percentage. You've got more HP than your officers to use, basically, or to beef up. So yes, turn your light tanks from a squishy killing machine to a tanky killing machine. Even though the tanks already, we're playing a tank game, they need to be tanky tanks, not shooty tanks. Wait, no, they're shooty tanky tanks, not just shooty tanks. Yeah, so do that, and I'd like to know your experience trying this out for yourself, and tell me what it's like. So see you later.